Great Awakening Grand Rising. I trust that all is well with each and every one of you. Welcome, welcome to my channel, to the Transitioning Table. Welcome. I trust that this new season that we are in, according to the Gregorian calendar that they've given us called 2025, has met all of you well and in good health and in a good spiritual place and with a strong mindset. And as the topic says, what's your project for 2025 and beyond? And so I just wanted it to come in and I just wanted it to break the, what you call it, the ice or the silence on my page because there are some projects that are on the drawing board, but not only that, that is on the ground that are moving forward and advancing very quickly and very rapidly. But there are so many things that been resonating and that has rest inside my spirit. And I want to come and I want to share because I believe that we're in a season whereas um, everything is rapidly happening. It is not stagnated, it is not taking forever, it is moving very quickly. And I know many of us came into the awakening of who we are in terms of Bantu in 2020, end part of 2019, coming into 2020. And a lot of us um, listen to our very own Nabi Jonathan Kimball, Natin Zambi, Yamazulu, Betuabu, Benabentu. And I missed it. I truly have missed the voice of our Nabi Jonathan, his videos and his insightful revelations and stuff like that. And a lot of times we never miss the well until the water runs dry. We never miss someone until they're no longer hang around. Their voices are not really heard and stuff like that. And that's a sad place to be because I could truly say that for me, I'm grateful for Nabi Jonathan, um, the wealth of knowledge this young man came with, the wealth of revelation that came with, the wealth of insight that he shared with us through his time here on YouTube. I'm so sorry that YouTube had taken down all of his videos or shut down his channel. But at the same time, too, I am grateful for the relationship we develop in terms of being able to reach out and communicate with him on a higher level. And why am I here? Why am I sharing? What am I sharing with you today? If you're making comments, I honestly can't see any comments, anybody saying anything, something. But I'm here because 5 years in, 5 years in, 2025, we are 5 years into this awakening, and so much has happened, so much is happening, and so much has continued to happen and be revealed. And a lot of people are still stagnant. A lot of people are, are frustrated. A lot of people have been robbed. A lot of people have been lied to and tricked in the midst of all of it. And a lot of people have given up. A lot of people have walked away. But a lot of people also has transitioned and came to the continent and relocated and thriving not just surviving, not in survival mode, not in fight flight mode, but literally thriving, you know. And so those voices that let me say those voices, the voice of Nabi Jonathan is missed from Facebook. not Facebook, sorry, from YouTube. It's missed. His teaching is missed. And I trust that one day he would make a beautiful, magical appearance on my channel once again and then reestablish himself because if a lot of you go back to some of his old videos, some of the things that he said, 5 years in, you will see the manifestation of a lot of things that he said. There's a lot of things that he said is manifesting itself. They are here. They are going on. They're transpiring in spite of what you may like or don't like. The other thing I want to talk about that and who has gone silent that we don't hear nothing about or we don't see any videos from is Pastor Mello. I also know, yes, there are some things that went down. Some people send me some information and all that different stuff that went down with Pastor Mello and Congo and all that different stuff. But it does not change the prophetic word that goes forth. That doesn't change. The word does not change. And so, if you remember in 2020, 2021, especially in the hype of everything that was going on, Pastor Mello told us 10 years. We have 10 good years to prepare ourselves and to get ourselves out of these systems and to build our own community and family. I'm telling you, I am seeing the need, and I'm grateful for I'm grateful on my end that I'm out and I'm here in Kenya and I'm beginning to build the community. The land has already been purchased. Um, and nobody could put my name in their mouth and say I took money from them and did purchase their land and stuff like that. So I am grateful that my name and my integrity is intact. Yeah, like I told y'all before, there was one person that was a part of us that purchased land, but every dime has been accounted for and given back to that person. So they cannot say, well, I took their money and I took their land and all that different stuff. No, I made sure everything done. And I have witnesses and I have, what you call it, statements and signatures. So if they tell you that this woman here take their money and take their land, they lie to you. So I'm just putting that out there up front because my name, my integrity can stay intact. Nobody can lie on me and say, I take their money and I did not do what I um, promised and I did not deliver. Persons who are a part of my community, they could vouch that they got legal title deeds to their land, not fraudulent anything. But that's not our really thing to talk about. I just wanted it to make the hook that I was dropping my spirit to put out there because I know how cunning and crafty one person would be because you've seen me with that person or you hear me talk about that person. I've always been around that person. So people would take their credibility because they was always with me. So this is who she is and this is what she did and stuff like that. You know, jealousy, hatred, rejection, it cause people to lie and people and say all manner of evil about people and stuff like that. Bring the evidence. I have the evidence and I also have the witnesses to stand with me with that. With that being said, back to Pastor Mello, you know, in spite of whatever has been said, the prophetic word about getting out of the system, it still stands. It's still, we are at an end of an age has already transpired. We are beginning of a new age. And at the beginning of that new age, there is still, even though it may not look like in our physical eye that the system has crumbled, but the system has. It's just the matter of process. It's almost like, okay, I guess I could use it for an example. I'm not cascading or casting cancer on anyone, but think about cancer. They say cancer is an eating sore. but you can't see it exteriorly. It's an interior stuff. But only when it's at its worst stage or that person is literally almost next to dying, you said to now see the exterior effect of it. You see the skin drying up. You see if it's breast cancer, you see that breast swelling up. You smell the oozing of the stench. You see? And so this is what's transpiring right now. Um, the system has already collapsed from inwardly. There's a fighting going on inwardly. There's a destruction happening inwardly. It's just a matter of time. And we know time also, those of us who really been going deeper into our research and our studies, and we know that time is also an illusion that they gave us because we operate in eternity. We operate without borders and stuff like that. But they give us time, and even think about the time zones that they give us. All these different time zones is to keep us separated and isolated and um, ununified. But I was saying to somebody the other day when I'm on my phone call with those that are in the Northern Kingdom, because we're in the Southern Kingdom, time collapse. There's no difference in the time when we're talking, when we're sharing and stuff like that. That thing called time doesn't exist in those phone calls in that particular moment until the phone finished. And you realize, oh, wow, we've been talking for a long space of time and you don't feel the difference whether they're in the more in the rising and you're in your setting or you're in your rising and they're in their setting. You don't feel the difference in that, you know. And so that's a good thing in terms of time and the collapsing of time. And so why am I saying what's your project 2025 and beyond? Because you have to have a game plan. You could not come out of Babylon. You could not come out of their system. And there's and just so far, 5 years in, you have no game plan. You have no idea where you're going to go. You have no idea what to do. You have no idea where to turn to. You have no one that you're communicating with, be held, holding you accountable for your time frame that you give yourself to get out of their system, to get into the, what we say, the arc of safety, start creating the life that you want to live, start creating the environment you want to cohabitate. What is your game plan? What is your plans? What is your 2025 and beyond plans? What are you doing? What are you trying? Because when the fiat system collapse, you're gonna need there's gonna be a currency that will replace the US dollar and the yen and all this. There's gonna be a currency, but we have the ability to create our own currency. When you create a community, you have the ability to create your own currency. Why you say that? Yes, you do, because when you look at the Vatican, that's a city within the city. They have their own currency, they have their own government, they have their own stuff. When you go down to South Africa, there's a community there in South Africa that melanated people can't even go in a black nation, in a melanated nation. They have their own currency, they have their own laws, they have their own regulations. So who's to tell me that when you create your gated community, you don't create your own currency, your own barter system, your own operation of memorandum, how your environment, how your community, how your kingdom is going to operate and run. What's your plans? Ask, time to ask your wake up time for you to give yourself that shocking wake up call. Jump inside a cold shower and shock yourself. What am I going to do a year from now, 2 years from now? I soon be 60, I soon be 70, I soon be 50. Whatever your age is, it's not too late to make a game plan and a strategy to create a project for yourself, your exit plan or your relocation plan. It's not too late. You can still, you still have time. Yes, the window is becoming narrow and more narrow, but you still have an opportunity to make the plans to exit. You still have an opportunity to create that community that you so desire to be a part of or to become a part of a community. There are communities here in Kenya, there's community in Tanzania, there's a community in, I think it's Botswana, there's a community in Zambia, there's a community, everybody know that there's communities in Ghana. Now Burkina Faso is opening up their borders. Who else? Um, oh goodness, what's the other country? Angola has a community there. There's another Western country that also has communities there. Even in America, there are communities, off-grid communities also in the Americas. If you decide, oh, I ain't going to Africa, I don't know. Okay, there's communities inside America also. It is not mandatory that you leave America if that's your, your desire. It's just that you have a plan. There must be a project. There must be a way of escape. There must be a way moving forward, a way you're going to survive in the midst of the chaos that is about to implode. Not even explode, it's falling in, it's caving in. It's decaying from the inward parts going in. What's your project? What's your plans? What's your strategy? Yeah. So I encourage you, family, um, to start, go back. Look at some of the prophecies, like I said, that Pastor Mello had made about the next 10 years and what was going to happen within the next 10 years and what was going to happen in 2025. 20, go back to videos from 2020. Go back to videos from 2021, actually. Yeah, 2020 and 2021. Go back to those videos. Take a look at the prophetic word that was. Don't shoot down the message because the messenger who brought it may have made some mistakes and fell down and fall by the way. Whatever may have happened, the message still remains. Though the vision tarry, wait for it. It's for the what? Appointed time. Though you may have had an incident or heard some things about somebody, the word will not return void without accomplishing that which out of. Some of us, yes, we know there are some predictable programming and stuff like that. Yes, we know that some misleading information is out there and stuff like that. But what we say in the Bahamas, I don't know if anybody has said, we say eat the meat and spit out the bone. But see, some people like to chew on the bone also and suck out all the juice out of the bone, then to spit it out. However you choose, make some plans. Have an idea of what it is you want to do, where it is you want to go. Take time in meditation. Talk with the divine creator. Whatever you want to call him, Chachan and Zambi, so Nini na Nini, Kuswa Kongo, Guide, Yahweh, Elohim, whatever name you attach to the Most High. Sit and spend time with the Most High personally and seek directions and ways forward. And you will get it. Trust me, you will get it. It will be downloaded inside of you, or someone will come, or you will stumble across a video. I say, this resonates with me. This is my way forward. This, I feel resonant inside this. You see? So please make plans. Put a project on paper. Don't just think it. Write the vision down. Get a strategy. Start looking at prices. Start looking at holistic ways of eating. know the kind of contamination that has already transpired. We see the things that they're doing and all the recalls they're doing. Why are they recording all of these things and saying that they are contaminated? So they could create a scarcity, so they could inflame fear, so they could create a hunger situation. And then all you got to do now is come to them and they give you their reconstructed meats, their reconstructed foods. YouTube, this video is just for information purpose. So understand where you're at, start putting a plan together, and start working your plan. Even if it's just, you could save $1 a day. $1 here in the continent goes a very long way. I have learned how to economize so drastically since I've been here. And you can do it too. A lot of say, I can't do it. I can't do it without this and I can't do it. Let me tell you something. When need be, you can. It's in you. You determine your survival skills. You can determine which your maximum and your minimum. It's up to you. It ain't up to society. My mommy used to say back in the day when she was still here on this side of that, she used to say, a belly full, it ain't nothing more than a belly full. Your belly don't know what coming inside of it, whether that's what you call this thing, whether it is pumpkins or it's plantains. Your belly don't know whether it's chicken or whether it's string beans. Only the taste bud on your tongue give you a taste of what you see. You see is chicken, so what you see determines what it is you take. So I encourage you, family, to please start putting projects together, putting plans together to advance, to be able to move forward, to be able to strategize the way forward for you and your family. Um, I know this, that the Most High, the divine creator, is with you every step of the way, ordering and directing. There is He, that's the GPS, directing you and ordering your steps where it is you to go. Yeah. And so, with that being said, I also want to say to you that I now have a consultation, a consulting um, program, whereas persons can reach me via email. Email is Lady Shameen Roberts at gmail.com for consultation, and it will come with a small fee. Yes. So consultation in terms of whether you just want to come for a visit and tour and see the place, or you want to relocate, or you want to purchase land, whatever you want to do, in terms of coming to the continent, specifically East Africa. That's Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, those three countries. Um, I can give you consultation on those things. So I look forward to hearing from those of you that are planning on relocating and we just want some consultation on the next move forward. Reach out. Lady, LadyChaManeRoberts at gmail.com. All lower cases. I love you, family. And I truly am looking for us as a family to come together, to fellowship, to share our journey. Remember, like I said, Nabi Jonathan opened up a whole lot to us. Pastor Mello gave us a lot of prophecy, telling us be prepared and be ready and secure some things before 2030. If y'all would remember, you could go back and look and see if you could find any of Pastor Mello's videos telling us about what was coming within the next 10 years. We are 5 years in, and trust you me, I'm seeing some things. How many of you heard about what the Pope did the other day, quote unquote, in opening up those various doors? No, he may not have shared the third secret of Fatima as yet. We don't know if that is to come or when is it going to come. How many of us have been taking a look at what's going on in terms of him denouncing the vicar of Christ? He's no longer aligning himself with being the vicar of Christ. How many of us seen what Russia did in opening their votes and showing you all the black, the melanated, we use the word melanated messiahs and disciples and all this different stuff. So information is coming out everywhere. It is just how we receive it and how we sift through it and then how we use it for our highest good. Yeah. So I love you, family. I miss you guys. I definitely planning on coming before you a little bit more, maybe making my presence more on YouTube than I've been in the last 2 years. Um, so yeah, so let us advance and go forward. What is your project 2025 and beyond? What is your strategy? What is your building plan? What is your exit plan? Ask yourself these questions. Ask the Most High. Sit inside times of meditation. Seek directions. What country is He sending you to? Or if He's telling you to stay in the Americas, or if He's telling you to stay in the islands, where are you to go in the islands? How are you securing yourself? How are you making it possible to be able to feed yourself and your family? How are you preserving? All these things you got to ask yourself because we are in the beginning of a new decade, of a new era. We are in just the beginning. But you know, at the end of a thing is the beginning of a thing. And sometimes those two things cross over. So while something is ending, something is also being built up and merging out at the same time. And that's what's happening. So as one system is collapsing, they say the end of Esau is the beginning of Jacob. Is it actually so? Could it be? We don't even go there with you. Like I said, could it be actually the end of Jacob and the rising of Esau? Because so many things that they tell us, we got to now cipher through the information and flip the script. I just had a very powerful conversation this morning. I think that's why that resonates inside me just now. Because when you look at that script, what it says, the firstborn was served the secondborn. Who became the firstborn? Who was the firstborn out of the womb? I talk about who grabbed the person back into the womb, but who came out of the womb first. It wasn't Esau. Anyhow, anyhow, it is so. I'm telling you, when you spend time in meditation and you spend time having good quality conversation, conversation, deep revelation, is being revealed. So we say, like Brother Jonathan is, I love Nabi Jonathan say, let's go deeper. Let's go deeper. Let's get off of this windsurfing and let's get over just snorkeling and let's scuba dive. Let's deep dive now, family. I love each and every one of you. I thank the Most High for you. Let us continue to live life on purpose, with purpose, and also be gentle with yourself. This is a journey that we are on. Yeah, it is a journey. Love you, family. Take care of yourself. Until next time.